Thank you for tuning into the Force Production Powerlifting channel. My name is Lawrence Malcheff, and today this video is called How to Get a Bigger Total. This video is for you guys out there who want to go 9 for 9, minimum 8 for 9, and this is how you do it. Matter of fact, I've never gone 9 for 9, but that's the goal. And I believe I'm on my way, because my first meet that I ever did was a mock meet, and I went what did I do? I went 5 for 6. My nationals, I went 7 for 9. AWPC Worlds, I went 8 for 9, and in my recent mock meet, I went 8 for 9 again. So, on September 8th, 2017, at AWPC Worlds, after doing a 12-week program, I hit a 534 squat for third attempt, a 292 bench for third attempt, and a 585-pound deadlift for third attempt, and all passed. Or I'm sorry, the 585 was a second attempt, and I missed 595. My all-time deadlift PR is 600 pounds. And in March 23rd, after doing a 12-week program, well, let me back up, I'm sorry. That 534 squat was beltless in wraps. The 292 bench, I used a belt with wrist wraps. And the deadlift was beltless for 585. In the 12-week program that I just did, in the mock meet that I just did, I had a 524 squat beltless, no wraps, in 4XL, the size of the sleeves from Super Training, a 325 bench in a belt with wraps, and a 575 deadlift without wraps. I mean, without wearing a belt. So here's how to improve. You've got to realize that in a meet, your flight could be a small flight, and there's going to be a lot of guys scrambling to get their warm-ups in. So for this 12-week program, I made big jumps, bigger jumps than I've ever made. I used to fiddle around and mess around, taking a bunch of like sets of 2s and 3s and 4s while I climbed my way up to my first attempt. And that wasted a lot of energy. You do that for 3 lifts in the pressure cooker that is a meet, and you're going to waste a lot of energy. So for the squat, when I warm up, it's empty bar for 1, 135 for 1, 225 for 1, 315 for 1, 405 for 1. You've done all the training. You don't need to be taking all of those extra reps. You will, if your mind is set on it, you will start right off in the groove. And if not, adding on that extra plate and skipping all the other bullshit in between is going to help you get your mind right. Plus, if you train that way, when you're at the meet, it's going to help you just lock your mind in more to what the purpose is for the day, which is to protect that total you work so hard for. Now, some more suggestions on how to improve. I've got 5 of them. Number 1, lose the belt. Leave your crutch at home. Ditch it. Wrap it up. Put it away. Don't take it to the gym. Do everything without a belt. Do everything barehanded. Don't use straps. That's number 2. Stop using straps. If you have some kind of trap, if you want to work on your traps and you want to really lift heavy stuff that your hands can't hold yet, I doubt that if you have hands that can hold on to a 500-pound deadlift and lock it out for more than 2-3 seconds, you don't need straps for trap work, unless you're going to be doing long farmer's walks with them. Other than that, I really don't see the need for straps. Leave straps at home. Use your bare hands. Build up some calluses. Let your hands be screaming in pain. Let them hurt. Smoke your palms, man. Grow those calluses. Grow them. Grow them. You want to make your way up to a 600-pound deadlift and not be able to hold it? That's real. It could happen. If you don't, put other people's weights away with your weak hand. Do things that tax your hands. They'll recover for the next time. Trust me, they will. Lose the knee wraps, number 3. And I with the straps comment, so it's turning out to be 6. Number 3, lose the knee wraps. If you are using knee wraps all the time, your quads are going to get weaker. Flat out. You will have to play catch up with your quads. Get a pair of knee sleeves, or don't use knee sleeves. But knee sleeves are nice. I put them off for a long time and I'm glad I bought them. I'm ordering another pair today, a size smaller than the ones that I have. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, I've never had a horrible knee injury, but what I don't want to happen is to take on a knee injury because I had on some pair of mega straps, like from Metal Gear or something, because they make incredibly strong knee wraps. So the knee wraps can get you into a false sense of confidence with how strong your legs really are. Because when you train for knee wraps, I know from experience that when I trained with knee wraps and took them off for the 12-week program, I knew I was in for a wild ride, because my quads were saying, hey, this is going to be a rough ride. When something has gotten weaker, and my quads got really weak. Now, to be able to put up a 525-pound squat, which was 10 pounds under my meet total, my actual meet, because my 525 is a gym squat. It's a gym attempt, so it doesn't count on the books. But if you go to my video and watch it, I have my tripod at perfect depth, and it's passed. It's a legal lift, and it's 525 in sleeves and not wraps. So don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate your potential to get rid of the wraps. Will I use wraps again someday? Yes, I will. But right now, it is not the time. It's not the time. My legs need to grow. My legs need to get stronger. My legs need to be conditioned to produce force, period. So knee wraps are at home. The belt is at home. Next thing that's got to go. Wrist wraps. Take them with you, but only put them on until you absolutely need them. You need your wrists strong. You need confidence up on the bench. You need to be able to balance better. You need to be able to lock in tighter. You need to be able to squeeze the barbell as hard as possible. Leave the wrist wraps until you get to your top, like 85, 90% training. Leave them alone. Leave the crutches alone. Have some guts. Leave them alone. Grow some intestinal fortitude. Leave all your assistant gear alone. And even if you're on gear, leave it alone. I'm waiting until I can hit my working sets above 300. 300 pounds on the bench without reps is the goal. So I'm not allowing myself to use them. I used to start putting my reps on at around, say, 260, 275, but now that's out. Get those wrists strong. Number 5, be to yourself. Focus. It's time to train. Be quiet. Don't get into needless conversations. Focus. Focus on how each rep's going to go. Guys, don't fall into the trap, and it's hard, of checking out nice bodies in the gym. Yeah, that's great. They got it, you know, they're wearing their stuff and they're showing it off. But you're there to be a power lifter. You're there for a bigger total. Shut your hole. Focus on your training. Your main lifts. Focus, 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 focus. Get through them as fast as you can. Once the weight gets heavier, you're going to have to take longer break periods, but always push the envelope on how long your break period is. You have to build a work capacity. The reason why I had such a great mock meet was because I did not waste my time having stupid conversations while I was lifting. Yeah, it's great to have camaraderie, it's great to make friends, but that doesn't help you with your total. So build your work capacity, push yourself. You know, when you're like, oh man, I'm not really rested enough, but I feel pretty good, that's the time to go, because your brain will turn. It will turn into animal mode again, and you will lock in and you will hit it. You will hit your lift. Trust me. It's good to go in a little bit scared of how you're going to perform. That forces you to focus. Number 6. Get through your assistance as fast as humanly possible without sacrificing your form. That means taking no more than 2 to 3 minutes in your assistance exercises. When you start off your assistance, let's say you have 4 assistance exercises you want to do after the main lifting is done. The first 2 assistance exercises, you should be taking no more than 30 seconds to a minute in between your sets, cranking the weight up as high as it can go. Push, 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 push. If you normally take 3 hours to get through a workout, to get through a training session, do not allow yourself anymore, forever, to take longer than 2.5 hours. A few weeks down the road, you say, okay, I'm chopping this workout down, this training session down to 2 hours. This assistance work usually takes me an hour, get it done in 45. That's how you improve. Whether you're natural or whether you're on gear, you still are charged with improving. So that's my advice on how to get a better total and have more fun on meet day, because it's all about the 9th lift. You want the 9th lift, you want to feel fresh as a daisy. And if you are dragging ass going into the 9th lift, when you're 3 or 4 people away from hitting the platform, all that fatigue, it's not going to mean anything to you if your training has been spot on. You will get that last surge of adrenaline, and you will not be fatigued. You will not be out of breath getting set for your final deadlift. Now, in my mock meet, I missed 600 pounds again, but I wasn't breathless. I wasn't fatigued. I felt fresh as a daisy going in. I got the tightest I could ever get on a deadlift, and I lit into that barbell, pulled all that slack out, and my whole body just felt a giant surge of electricity. It was like being shocked. And that's how I knew I was in position. That's how I knew I was tight. And the barbell didn't even budge off the floor. So I had spent myself that day. But all in all, it was a great, great total. It's a great total. I'll take a 33-pound PR on the bench any day. I'll take 10 pounds under my PR in knee sleeves as opposed to wraps any day. And as far as the deadlift, I hadn't pulled anything in the 500s, I'd say, in 17 weeks. The highest I went in my training for deadlifting was in that 12-week in the 12-week program was 415 pounds. It's because I built that work capacity up. They say, you know, that you've got to be hitting the big numbers in order to stay with it up into your meet. Well, what is that? 415 to 475. That's a 160 pound. That's 160 pounds I never had on the barbell. So please, get rid of all your crutches. Go in, focus. Don't be talking. Don't be politicking. Don't be checking out asses and titties. Go in there, hit your lifts, be confident, get that assistance done fast. Get out of there and get some food. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Lawrence Malchev, Force Production Powerlifting Channel. If you like the video, please like the video. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. I've got more great things coming up with strongman meets, powerlifting meets, and a lot of really good things, actually amazing things coming up with my nutrition and fat loss as I attempt to get stronger while leaning out very, very fast. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later.